Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. Not a great rack, UV combination, too many vowels. How can I sort this out? I can play envoy or oi. Well, envoy will score more, 18 points, horrible rack leave. But oi scores only 8 points, 10 fewer points, and retains the V. Can I do better than either? Well, I don't think so. Duplicate U. However, I have the J for score. Jun is good. So I can certainly play through this. Envoy takes an S at the end, and it takes an R in front. I don't think it takes an L in front. I think that's envoy with a Y, but I may check that, should the need arise, or should the option of playing it arise. Now, I have Juve and Juvie in column 6. Juvie's quite nice, keeping UNS. That could well be taken. Column 5. Well, it's blocked. But look at this. Fantastic J spot. For Jun. 51 points. Can I do better than that? Well, I think this has got to be the spot to play the J. And I can't see any other way of playing a U. Jun doesn't take an S. Great. Quite a nice rack. Not a bingo-y rack. Although there could be an 8 here. I'm not seeing a 7. Floating N's to consider. So I have the un prefix. I've got the ish ending. I've got the ly ending. But I'm not seeing a bingo. Wow. Great bingo for my opponent. 60 points. Rootage takes an S. So what's the most I can score in column 15? And am I sure I don't have a bingo through E and N? Or indeed G and T now? Well, I'm not seeing anything. So I have a choice, I think, between using the triple letter square under the O for my H or my Y, or burning my S in column 15. So what about Lushy? 40 points. Rack leave, not a disaster. So I think I will go with this. Well, I thought for a moment I had matinee. I don't. And I was about to reach for teacher again. Such a useful feature of the Facebook app. So I don't think there's any. Well, I was going to say no 8, but I think Emirati is good through a floating R. I have a 32-point lead. Wow! Back-to-back bingos for my opponent. Fantastic play. My opponent does provide an R, but it's in the wrong spot for Emirati. What about the C? Is that of any use? No. What about the N? No. So I can play Amice for 36, keeping an okay-ish rack leave. I draw the X. Now look at this. OX, and I've got X and Ox for a 50-point play. But it's the only spot on the board, so it could be taken. Where else is available for my X? XU is good, but I don't have a play beginning with the X. Great. Only 43 points for my opponent. And more importantly, my X spot remains available. So what I could do is play Tex. Let me see what this looks like. I think I will. I think the extra points make it worth doing. And I can't see any other plays around here apart from just playing EX. So just 2 points between us. When I logged on to ISC this evening, my opponent contacted me and asked for a game, which I was delighted to agree to. And he said that he was the North American Schools champion, I think. So well done for winning that. And this is proving a good battle. So I don't have a bingo here. And the F and the P lack synergy. And I need to sort out the duplicate A. Neither of my scoring tiles goes above the U of Jeune. So not many spots available for high scoring tiles. And if I play the F and the P, I could leave myself with a vowel heavy rack. And I can do that with FAP for 16. It is vowel heavy, but this is a pretty nice combination. If I can simply dodge vowels, I could have quite a bingo-y rack, especially with the floating S on the board, and the floating N, and the floating R. It would be good to play off one more vowel, but I don't think I can achieve that. 16 points isn't very much. The priority is getting rid of the F. So what about playing FAA here? It's more points, it's a better rack leave, it's a better play. But is there an even better spot for FAA? No, I don't think so. Wow, pretty grim. I draw the Q. I do have an I to go with it. But I was hoping for so much more. No bingo yet for me in this game, and I trail by 11 points. Still one blank to come. I've got Chin onto the N of Carnage and also onto the N of Envoi. I would slightly regret playing either, since it would be taking out a useful floater. But I'm not seeing anywhere else for my Q. Well, my better spot's been taken. Moor does take an N. I don't have one. Otherwise, Chin and Morn would have been the play. Mort not good. No A's for Cat. I've got Cheese and I've got Chin. I think I'll leave the S available. Although Chin kills the E and the N. Are there any other Q spots on the board? Wow, there is. Look at this. I've got Cat here, which sorts out the duplicate T. That is a better play. And I'm going with it. Well, I still struggle to have a bingo. Nice play by my opponent. 32 points. He's now got a 50-point lead. It's getting to the stage where I need to bingo. Now, do I really have nothing through the N or the S? So, what about epitopes? I think that might be good. Epitope 63. Yes, it is. Fantastic. In business. And I draw the second blank. Rest of the rack, not too great, but not too shabby either. And I'm 10 points in front. 24 tiles in the bag. Just 22 points for my opponent. I've got the blank, so I'm looking to bingo. How can I sort this rack out? 3 E's to come. I need to get rid of the F and the U. Not particularly keen on the B either. So a play a fub would be fine. If I play fub and B, I'll be killing a bingo lane in column 3. Don't really want to do that. Only one U to come. And I mention that because I'm thinking about playing beef. Now, do I really... I have a Funebra on my rack. Does that play? I hadn't really thought about playing a bingo. And one should always. I think I have Funebra. 12 minutes on my clock. Let me run through the alphabet and see if anything else comes to mind. Nothing so far. And I'm vaguely thinking of 7s plus 8s without any specific floaters in mind. Just seeing if anything is prompted as I run through. That's the full ending. That's Funebra. Should it be good? And it doesn't play anywhere. I've got the sub prefix. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything else. 11 minutes on my clock, 16 on my opponent's clock. He's playing fast. Often the way with the younger generation. Ah, look at this. I do have fub in a spot which doesn't kill the column 3 bingo lane, and it scores 34 points. And I don't need a bingo to win this game. The reason I want to keep a bingo lane available is because when you've got the blank, you really are looking to bingo. So, fub, 34. Right, finally. Surely there is something here. I've got the floaters encringed, and I've also got the 7-letter lane in column 3, and the possibility of a big overlap in row M. So several bingo lanes available. Opponents killed the massive overlap and column 3. So all I'm left with is the floaters in cringed. So how to approach this? I've got a lot of vowels, so a bingo is likely to be through a C or an R. R duplicates a tile on my racks, but I'm going to try and keep in mind both C and R. And let's see if anything comes to mind. 10 minutes on my clock. C and R. Well, hang on. Do I have recowered? I do. Let me have a look at this. I'm pretty sure that's good. I'm not sure there's any merit in looking for anything better. We're dead level, 331 each. Arguably column 8 is available for a play which puts a high scoring tile underneath the E, which wouldn't be available if I found an alternative bingo. But I think there are enough scoring spots elsewhere that shouldn't be determinative of the result. I'm going with this. Pretty good, no duplicates, balanced. Non-bingo-y, but I'm not looking to bingo now. I'm looking to keep scoring, and this is an ideal rack for that. Wow, opponent could bingo back, except very limited bingo lanes. Okay, he's emptied the bag. I can see his rack. He's got sterile Leicester retiles. No lanes for any 7s. Does he have a bingo through the M or the E? If he does, I should be blocking it. So, what does sterile make with an M? I'm staring through my microphone to see the tiles at the bottom. Termleys. Yeah, so I do need to block that, and Stelia through the E. So he's got 2 bingos there. I need to block both of them. I think I can do that with Woomy. And then I'm sure I can go out with GIS in 2 spots. I've got sign in row F. And I've got geese in column 8. Now, does this really block Stelia? Quite a few ways of spelling it. Or positioning it, rather. Only one way of spelling it. Yes, it does. However, Stelia does have an anagram. Leariest. Pretty sure that doesn't go either. Is there a third anagram? Stelia leariest. Well, I don't think so. And I think even if there were to be a bingo playable, I think I might win, but possibly not with all the high-scoring tiles in Woomy. Okay, so Woomy 31. 7 minutes on my clock, which is good. It means I'm not in time trouble. I've got geese in column 8. Just waiting for a bingo to come down in a lane I haven't considered. Possibly the eye of cringed. Maybe I should have checked that, but possibly not. I think Woomy may be the highest score available. Although again, possibly not because of Yob. But Woomy plays off an extra high-scoring tile, so it is actually better than Yob. Now I've got an 87-point lead. I lose 8 on countback if my opponent bingos. Which he doesn't. Fantastic. So, where to play out? The rack gives me geese, GIS, and sig. So I have sig here for 33, and that looks like it's probably best. Just quickly scanning the board. Yeah, can't see anything better than that. And the final score, 375 to my opponent, 471 to me, a winning margin of 96 points. So a huge, huge win. Let's see what I missed. Okay, let me reply to this. So it was me to go first, I think. Yeah, and I played Envoy. Ovine was the anagram. And my opponent's rack, he plays Dado, which is fantastic for me. I can get, wow, look at this. I played Jun. I could have played J in the same spot for a better rack leave. Well, I say better, and I think it is better. I'm burning the E, which is a good tile, but it's a better vowel consonant balance. Probably not a huge amount between those plays. Jun only takes a K, but J takes an X. Great rack for my opponent. He's got a ton of bingos, finds rootage. Now J8, yeah, for 39, and I play Lushy for 4 more points, burning the S. Possibly an inferior play, Lushy. But if it is, I don't think it's massively inferior. My opponent could have scored well in this area, not only by playing in column 15, but also by playing across the top of rootages. So I'm reasonably happy with my play. Opponent's rack, back-to-back bingos for him, and he's got a choice. Plays Carnage. Great, I didn't miss a bingo here. I play Amice. And opponent's got a big Z score, or big-ish, 43 points. My rack, I play Tex for 57, and at this point, there's just 2 points between us. Opponent hits trouble with his rat, no vowels. Wow, he's got SHH for 42. J13. Making zags, very nice. He plays Holtz for 33, which is still pretty good, and possibly better. 3 consonants a lot better than 5, so I think Holt's a better play. And Hans would have been even better. My rack. I play far, and I like that. Opponent played with ends. Plays worn. And now I have cat for 12. And I think that's better than chin, because I'm 30 points behind. I want to keep the board open. And most importantly, I want to keep floaters available, so cat does the job there. Wow, nice rack for my opponent. No bingo though. Plays kin for 32. 50 available for drink. Now my rack, and epitope's the only bingo, so delighted to have spotted that. Opponent's rack, he plays cringed. And now, despite that bingo, I trail by 12 points. But I've got quite a nice rack. No bingo, but Fub sorts the rack out and scores well. Opponent plays rival. And now I play recowered for 76. I could have played recouped or overruled for a much lower score. Yeah, so recowered is fine. Opponent's rack. He plays time, and I think that's the right play. It's opening the board up. I think he needs a bingo to win. And although, no, that's fine, because he is creating new bingo lanes, and there's already an existing bingo lane through the eye of cringe. So I think that's the right play. Now my rack and my play isn't down here. I play woo me for quite a lot. Well, my play was certainly coloured by my desire to block bingos that I saw, so I like that. M3, for example, Swy doesn't block Stelia. Now, does my opponent have a bingo at the death? No, he doesn't. He plays retile, and Sig for 33 was the best. So, pretty exciting game. I was trailing for most of it, but still within reach, and then I had a nice run in the middle where I got epitopes down and drew the second blank and was able to run out a winner. But a good game, and good to see new talent coming up through the ranks. So thank you to my opponent for that game, and hopefully we will play again sometime soon. I hope you enjoyed watching that, and I will see you next time.